Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Cody the Coin Raptor, and I want to go ahead and bring you some of the best crypto content that I can. All right, so first we're going to start off by exploring the Bitcoin charts as usual. All right, so what we have here at Bitcoin is I've zoomed out here to the weekly because I think it's incredibly important just to pay attention to everything that's going on at a macro level. So immediately we take a look here and we can see that the Bitcoin charts right now this week is extremely oversold on the RSI. Now, this RSI is special here because Bitcoin has never been at this level. So Bitcoin has never in its entire history been this oversold according to the weekly RSI. It's at about a 27 right now. So that's a really important indicator to keep in mind here. And based on the price action that I've seen today, it seems like to me, and to zoom in here a little bit, that Bitcoin really loves sticking with this 200-day moving average, the simple moving average here, and it is a very significant level because usually when it pops below this, that's a clear sign of the bear market, as we've seen. So it seems to like this area for both support and resistance, something you guys should be aware of. I've also put in this box here, and this box I think will provide fantastic support for Bitcoin. And the range of the box is from approximately 20,500 to about 17,000 or so. So it gives you about a $3,000 range. And this box is significant because again, it was the peak of the 2018 bull market. And then we've also seen some really nice support here on the run up in November 2020. And then again, coming back down even closer, it actually went and touched this box and then retreated up very quickly. So that shows me that there are massive number of buyers that are waiting in this stretch here to get Bitcoin at this price. And so that's what I've seen so far. I would expect that depending upon the market and how the market reacts, if we get a strong NASDAQ tomorrow, we could potentially see a rally, kind of like a dead cat bounce. If not, then it could potentially retreat further into this level here, into this box, and find support here. Now, this all entirely depends upon what the market does tomorrow, and it actually came down today, and again touched this box, and then a lot of the rallying that we've seen today is largely because of in Bitcoin is largely because the market had been rallying and stocks were up and the NASDAQ was up. And so that's the reason why Bitcoin retreated quite a bit. However, it's still looking very weak, and it could definitely pull down into this area. This area, I'm looking for this area specifically. I would like to, me personally, again, not financial advice, but I would like to get some buys down here in this zone if we can touch it again. But I would expect some kind of bounce here. It's fallen so far so fast. I would expect some kind of dead cat bounce, at least very temporarily, and it would bring the price up just a little bit. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. Now we're gonna go take a look at ETH. A lot of the same story for Ethereum here. I already have this box again. I've made this box here, and it correlates to the 2018 bull market top here, and this box is from 1375 to about 900 or so. So again, I expect in this box we're going to find a lot of support and a lot of resistance as well. Just like Bitcoin, ETH really loves this 200-day moving average. It came all the way down here. Again, it actually went further into that range than Bitcoin did because it's more of a risk asset and sells off more than Bitcoin traditionally does. So I expect that it's going to stay within this range for a little while at least. If it comes down, I expect it's going to find support within this box. And again, if I was buying ETH, if I was buying Ethereum, I'd be looking to buy and make purchases in this box because when you look at it, you have a great deal of support here, and you also have additional support down below that level as well. And again, not financial advice. I'm just doing this for your educational purposes only. And you take a look at Ethereum, the weekly RSI, very oversold. Again, it's at 27, very oversold, and it hasn't ever been at this level on the weekly So we're at historical levels at this point of being oversold. And I just like Bitcoin, I expect some kind of a bounce, a dead cat bounce, and then maybe some more weakness depending on what the market does. I'll be tracking all those things and try to follow them in my on my Twitter account. So if you like that, check out my Twitter account. I also want to check out the DXY real quick here. It had that breakout here, and it was, you can see this wick, it was rejected at many of these levels. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on this and see, but it seems like there's some very strong resistance up here that buyers seem to dry up, and that's because, again, the DXY here is at all-time highs, at least locally, and it seems like it's encountering quite a bit of resistance. And again, this measures the strength of the dollar, so we have to go ahead and measure this because it works and trades inversely to Bitcoin. So as this increases, Bitcoin tends to decrease. Okay, next I want to go ahead and highlight some of the most important stories that I've seen and some of the most important Bitcoin and crypto related news that I've seen today. Bank of America recently put together a survey, and they surveyed 1,000 existing and potential users of cryptocurrency and digital asset exchanges, and it found that 91% of respondents intended to buy crypto in the next 6 months, which is the same price as those who said they had bought it in the last 6 months. So that what that tells me is that people who are already involved in the crypto space, they want to stay in the crypto space. They look at these prices, they realize how historically undervalued they are, and they want to continue to buy as well. So again, 91% of respondents said they intend to buy crypto in the next 6 months, and I would count myself among them. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the potential insolvency of another crypto fund. This one, Three Arrows Capital. And so what happened here is that Three Arrows Capital recently sold some of its staked ETH positions, about $400 worth or so. And the idea behind this is that they did this in order to fund some of their debt and prevent this insolvency, like many people are speculating that happened to Celsius and also with Terra. So you'll see oftentimes in a lot of these bear markets that some of these firms will find themselves in trouble and unable to pay back some of the money that they owed, and they'll be forced to sell or liquidate their assets in order to do so. So we'll see how this happens. I will be following this story and see if this actually comes to head or not. Next, I want to talk about Michael Saylor. All right, Michael Saylor, the man himself, had a recent interview, and in this recent interview, he said some very interesting things. Now, a lot of people have been talking about Michael Saylor and whether or not there is a margin call on its Bitcoin loan, and they asked him this directly in an interview with Bloomberg, and he said there are no immediate margin calls as this Bitcoin price goes near 21,000. He says, as long as the Silvergate loan remains collateralized with an LTV less than 50%, there is no margin call. We manage accordingly. So Michael Saylor does not expect that there's going to be any sort of margin calls whatsoever on his Bitcoin loan. So he also said that investors shouldn't be worried about a potential margin call on his loan backed by BTC, as the company has plenty of collateral to pledge if needed. So he's not expecting any sort of margin calls anytime soon. Now, during this interview, he also said that this point in Bitcoin, it's important to watch. At this point in Bitcoin, it's important to watch this 200-week moving average. That's the thing that I've been paying attention to. And he finds the value extremely attractive at this 200-week moving average here. So again, that's something I'm paying attention to. I'll let you guys know when something happens here. Just, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see more, let me know. If there's something else you want me to explain, let me know. Or there's a cool story or something you want me to cover, I can do that too. Okay, this is Cody the Coin Raptor, signing out.